Good day, everyone. Thank you very much for your patience. Just trying to set up a few things here. Everything is quite off. I can see a lot of people joining online. My name is Ganga Buttula. I'm your today's presenter. I have a couple of people joining also here. Srinivas, right? Yeah. Srini, nice to meet you, Srini. And across the nation and also globes, a lot of people have joined. I can see a lot of interest from the LinkedIn. More than 50 or 100 people registered for this event. Um, I think everything is clear. So just today, we just wanted to focus, on AI workforce. First of all, Happy New Year to everyone. It's a new year, 2025. A lot of things are going on good. For New Year, new administration and things like that are going to come up. It's a lot of AI activities have already been pulled up. So, as I mentioned, my name is Ganga Battula. I'm the program director with the Global Institute of Technology. We do a lot of information technology trainings for the last 10 years. I'm going to talk about our organization and what we do and all those things. But I have with me Javed. He's also a IT seasoned professional. He's in fact doing his PhD in information technology, especially special focus on artificial intelligence. He will be my co-presenter today. Hope everybody can enjoy this event. But the core focus here is to talk about some of the emerging AI trends, which are happening in 2025 and 2026. As you all know, if you review some of the Gartner and also the World Economic Forum reports recently released in 2024, last quarter, there are about 85 million jobs are going to be impacted by AI. And there is a tremendous need for developing this workforce, especially in developed country like US and also developing countries. Some other countries have already taken advantage of it. I can tell one example here, one important thing, that companies like big Microsoft kind of companies investing AI workforce development, especially $3 billion, just recently announced last week by Satya, saying that they're trying to uplift about 10 million people. You're talking millions of people to be uplifted for their skill set. That's what is happening, believe it or not. You wanted to be part of that change which is happening in 2025. This is a new year, and that's what we are here to help you. And we wanted to make sure that you are ready for the tomorrow's jobs. Again, my name is Ganga Buttula. We're here to jump in. Just wanted to briefly address about our company, what we do. As I mentioned, I'm the program director for Global Institute of Technology. We're here for more than 10 years, especially doing information technology, cybersecurity, and networking trainings and certification programs, mainly focused for upskilling the individuals for the evolving job market in information technology and cybersecurity. Only difference we wanted to do in 2025 is to do the same thing for the artificial intelligence. That's what we are trying to talk about today and make sure that you understand. So we are also certified to operate by State Council of Higher Education in Virginia, and this is an authentication here in the state to be eligible to provide a certified and authorized training. And that's why, like any other community college, we are certified to operate by SHEV. All our programs are registered and also part of SHEV and also National Institute of Science and Technology. We are building the programs with respect to some of the standards required by NIST as well. So we wanted to make sure that you are carrying a credential that is portable and also easily verifiable by any employer. So just wanted to focus a little bit about some of the trends, what is happening with respect to most wanted skills in 2025. So there are two aspects of the skills which are coming up in the AI. According to Gartner, again, the recent survey released by M, saying that there are user community and also builder community. The ratio is 80-20. What does it mean? There are always 20% of the people who are going to work for building the solutions. There are 80% of the people who are going to use those things. So our focus here is to make sure that you are part of the builder community, especially AI models and also prompt engineering. That's what we're trying to focus. And you need to understand some of the interfaces. Again, this is a multi-model kind of scenario. I'm not talking about one model because that's where the difference we're trying to bring into the workforce development. When you talk about AI, people talk everything, whether it's the Llama or whether it's OpenAI, whether it is, AWS Bedrock and things like that. We are not talking about particular technology. Our approach is make sure that we are building a professional with the skills required for them to really work on multiple platforms and vendor neutral approach. That's what we're taking here. And obviously, there are also need for data curators and also trainers, including trainers, because there are a lot of workforce development is required. And we are in fact looking for trainers. If somebody is interested, please let us know. You can send your profile and we'll make sure that you are able to train us. And also, there is a lot of need for the content creators. When you talk about content creators, it's not only about the text like OpenAI or ChatGPT kind of scenario. We're talking about the audio, video, and multiple aspects of the data. So that's what it is. Some of the curator capabilities are required for you to get into builder community. Okay. So I will go to the user community. For example, if you are driving a car, if you are using a Google map, there is a lot of AI running behind the scenes and giving various options for you to navigate in a way that for your destination, you are able to reach timely, and then everything is calculated on the fly. It is being, given to you on your cell phone. But that's where the user, I'm a user when I'm driving my car and using Google Navigator. That's what it is. But even then, you got to know some of the skill set. That means AI is going to transform the workplace, expecting a lot of productivity because now tools are there. Tools are meant to give more enterprise productivity for an organization if you are working for any company. Or if you wanted to professionally grow yourself, you need to upskill yourself because the skill is the real latest currency of the world, believe it or not. If I have the skill, we can survive anywhere. That's what the fact. And also, a lot of occupations will change depending on the extent to which the workplace is going to transform. When I say that, because when we're using these kind of technologies, people have to be upskilled and also people have to, really change their job profiles because certain aspects of it, which, people used to work and do traditional jobs are no longer going to be useful anymore. As a human beings, we have to evolve ourselves for the new skills. That's what, it is. But again, you are part of the user community. And that change is also going to come. But our focus here is talking about the emerging skills, especially the builder community. We want you to be part of the building community where you are building a lot of applications, even prompt engineering. If you know the bricks behind the prompt engineering, and especially some of the tokens, how the text part of it is going to, react or act, in a way that you give a proper prompt, so that you can get the expected results. So that needs to be a kind of understanding, so that you are able to give proper question, so that you can get the required answer or the designated answer. That's what it is. So there is those kind of skills, need to be built. And I would request that if you have any questions and anything like that, please put in your chat. If you're attending through the Zoom, there's always an option for you to put your questions there. I wanted to make sure that we address all of your questions today. Make sure that you answered everything. If anything is left over, we'll make sure that we'll try to reach out and answer as many questions as possible. Okay, let us talk about why it matters now. As I said, we're in 2025. Okay, there's a tremendous impact of economy And we're talking about 15.17 trillions, not in billions anymore. Okay, it's happening. Believe it or not, people are expecting more than that by 2030. How far is 2030? Not even more than 5 years now. You can count it is going to come in. It's there. And there are a lot of advancements with respect to technology, not only the software, hardware part of it. If you understand NVIDIA, the way the chips are being evolved. I mean, yesterday or day before yesterday, I was listening to the CEO keynote speech from Las Vegas. What they are trying to tell you is the way the transformation of these data centers is going to happen with the new NVIDIA chips is humongous. The way the chips are being built and used is going to be really a game changer. It's happening. So what is required as a professional who is working in the IT or trying to get into the IT space, you wanted to be aware of these things and know the building blocks. This is totally different technology. It's no longer traditional, C++ coding or Java coding. This is totally different. You're talking about CUDA, you're talking about Python, you're talking about some of the LLMs and interfacing those things. So that's where technological advancements are there. And obviously, as I was talking about some of the technologies behind the Google Navigator, simple example, or medical advancements, or driverless cars, and things like that. It's all everyday convenience. That means the tools are provided to you in a way that our life is going to be enhanced. And at the same time, if we have to be living to that standards, we need to upskill ourselves and make sure that we are not really, and lagging these skills. And especially, job market is going to be competitive, no matter whatever it is. The reason is very simple, that anybody can compete for our jobs here. So just wanted to be mindful about that. And also one of the last thing I wanted to stress on why AI matters now is some of the ethical and also social aspects of it. Because when you talk about artificial intelligence, it is with respect to human intelligence, what can be done by machines and what can be done by humans. Again, I'm not trying to compare and then do it. That's not my intention. But the idea behind this is that at what level you can limit the machine and what level humans can really, work. But that's what it is. So some of the ethical aspects and also social considerations need to be considered when you build and deal with this kind of technology which is coming up and which is there already. No, it's no longer, it's not going to be there. We are using it. So there is a gap in the AI workforce. I just wanted to briefly address about it. Unfortunately, the traditional 2 years and 4 years degrees are unable to provide some of the technological advancements which are happening in day in and day out, because you are talking yesterday's technology today. The last week, the Las Vegas event I was mentioning by NVIDIA CEO, that AI has been built in a way that the outcome of AI output is going to be verified by the AI itself in a way that you get the refined answer. So it's called, intellectual data factory, what they call it. It's happening. Okay. And that's where the difference comes. Like the gap is there because as the technology is evolving, the 2 years or 4 year degree are not going to be really, in line with the rapidly changing technologies or the skill set. Because sometimes I am hearing from some other young kids who are getting out of the colleges, by the time they get out of the school, some skills are really expired, believe it or not, because shelf life of these skills are very short. As against, what we used to learn, 20 years, 30 years back for some of the, C++ and things like that. That's no longer the case. So it's something, you have to keep, changing yourself. And also degrees and diplomas often lack opportunities for continuous learning. That's the biggest problem. We think that, the traditional degree given for one time is going to live with your career. It is not happening, unfortunately. The the skills need to be really upgraded. That's where the continuous education is required for a professional who wanted to survive in, IT field, especially in the AI. So that's why the programs have to be designed in a way that you are getting an opportunity for continuous learning. And I also wanted to address one of the biggest problems with the unstructured learning, such as YouTube, Udemy, even Coursera. There are thousands of programs are there. So what? I learn and I get some kind of, credential or whatever it is. Unfortunately, those are not really geared for getting you into the job market, because those sometimes are not fully validated and they're not helping you to, find a job opportunity. The problem is I get a lot of, trained, individuals coming to my centers here, here in Northern Virginia. One is located in Richmond, Virginia. They prepare, almost for some of the vendor neutral certifications such as CompTIA or other programs. And they said that, hey, I've studied on YouTube and Udemy and all those. I'm trying to pass my exam. I can't pass. I tried 6 times and then I could not clear my exam. That's what the unstructured kind of training is there. Unfortunately, we don't want to waste your time and waste your energy and spend a lot of money for the certification and not really passing that exam. So that's where there needs to be a structured approach for you to get trained and certified so that whatever skills you are learning are really applicable or somebody can use in the job market. That's what we're trying to do. So there are some social media and also some of the, including YouTube kind of, the programs online designed are mainly for generating ad revenue, believe it or not. YouTube is the big, ad revenue maker like any other, social media. It's very hard. And, most of the programs are designed like that. And also, as I mentioned a couple of times, the shelf life of AI skills is remarkably short, and you need to constantly upgrade your skill sets. The mantra for this is very simple. We need to have a structured job-oriented training for you to get trained, certified, and then put into the job marketplace. So we are giving that kind of path for you. So I wanted to be very clear about that. So you may ask, why invest in AI skills now? Believe it or not, this is the right time. This is again the survey from the Gartner. Everyday AI users is 77 to 80%. That means people are already using AI day in and day out for their day-to-day needs, such as, Alexa or, Google Voice or Siri kind of thing. That's all driven by big, AI systems. But I don't want you to be part of that. Rather, I want you to be a game-changing AI builder product. That's why you need to invest right now if you wanted to be part of that game-changing technologies which are coming up. That's what we are here to help you if you are interested. You may also ask to why now I need to really upskill myself or do these things. If somebody is already getting into the career or trying to, be a professional and you wanted to make sure your career is future proof. That means you wanted to present your skill set to the potential employer that you have the required skill for them to get hired. Okay, as simple as that. So you are making sure that you are proofing your career, and also you wanted to take competitive advantage, because even for getting into some of the colleges and all, people are asking whether you have a skill set that gives a competitive advantage when other applications are there, potential job applications are being done. And always, innovation brings a lot of career opportunities. That's why people like, most of the people who entered into IT space 10 years, 20 years, 30 years back, they've moved from different careers. And if you know one example, I can say, Mr. Narayan Murthy from Infosys used to tell, whether you are a chemist or a physicist or a civil engineer or whatever it is, come to me within 6 months, I can make you IT engineer. That's what he has done. And he has done successfully for the last 20, 30 years. So that is the innovation, which is really IT is one of the biggest innovation which has happened for the last 20, 30 years, which has brought a lot of job opportunities for the people from different walks of the careers. As I say, you may be a chemist, you may be a doctor, for example. They got into IT space. That's what has happened. And also, believe it or not, as things are changing, the technologies are evolving, you need to really continuously learn these things, and you have to be provided a career path which makes you to be part of continuous learning. So that is very, very important for everyone to understand. Just last but not least, about if people are having any questions asking why to invest or why I have to do now, this is what is happening only in US market. There are about 515 billions have been invested in AI in 2023. Now that is going to be almost 4 times within next 4 to 5 years. That is the innovation which is happening. And if you wanted to secure your career, this is the right time. Believe it or not. So what we're trying to do is, as I mentioned, if you wanted to building community, we wanted to transform the workforce from AI user to AI builder, somebody who can walks away with the capabilities and the skill set that can be used by an enterprise so that your career is secure. So our intention here is to provide 1 million professionals certified for the workforce, especially in AI. So this is going to be done this year and next year. Within a couple of years, we wanted to achieve that 1 million goal here. Make sure that your credential is portable and you are able to continuously learn. Okay. So people talk about a lot of AI and things like that, but I wanted to give a real impression of what is AI, what is responsible AI, things like that. And Javed can also jump in and elaborate about this one. AI is a generic word. It is a comprehensive kind of a word, a kind of 2-letter word saying that it is an intelligence which is going to be kind of mimic or replace, kind of replaceable some other human intelligence activities. That's what artificial intelligence talks. So when you talk about AI, that covers everything, kind of machine learning, deep learning, and also generative AI. So if you go to the deep learning, for example, deep learning is the neural networks. You are trying to give something like a human brain, how the networks, our brain networks are going to work, and making sure that all the data which is given, all the processes, which are being provided to the machine are able to mimic like a human brain and give the output like a generative AI. Gen AI is nothing but complete output of that one. And Javed, you wanted to add anything to that?
Yes, sure, Ganga. So my name is Javed. I'm a co-presenter to this webinar, and yes, so our our ultimate aim is to create a curriculum and create a workforce who are going to be a developer, a creator, a prompt engineering professionals, very specific to responsible AI. So responsible AI is a curated artificial intelligence based on a pre-trained model. We will be eliminating. I mean, we have it is. I mean, we have put a guardrails to protect the artificial intelligence to address the curated issues of the current world. So examples, automation of the current autonomous cars. So autonomous cars knows the path, so it keeps getting fine tuned in the back end, and it gives a accurate results, where to go, how to go. It gets the mapping information. And the second example is Walmart's. When you enter an exit, it automatically knows who are you, what is your last 1 month's cart, what you have been buying, what you forgot. So it gives a comprehensive information. As soon as you enter it, it detects your persona, and it adds automatically into the cart. It predicts, it will give a recommendation. So these are the couple of key examples. So we will focus on a responsible AI part of it. excluding all annoying AI hallucinations. So we use this word hallucination is we don't want to want to create a professional who disrupt, who is gonna create issues in AI. So we wanted to create a professionals who those who are gonna focus on productivity and innovation.
Yeah, that's one good thing. Another thing, which is like each government, for example, they wanted to protect their human resource and they wanted to have their own country-specific guardrails. So we wanted you to understand what is the responsible AI covers. For example, our president has issued a executive order just I think a few months back in US saying that if AI has to be evolved, it has to have follow certain aspects of the requirements of this country like that. So we wanted to be mindful about some of those regulations of the individual countries and how they are going to be formulated in a way that when you implement these kind of technologies into real world use, so you are working in a responsible way. Like, for example, cybersecurity, you might have heard about ethical hacking. Ethical hacking is nothing but somebody who's trying to, protect your system, but as if you're trying to penetrate into, their system and making sure that everything is protected and it is not giving an opportunity for stealing data and things like that. So it's same thing like that. Responsible AI is that you are following certain guardrails in a way that we are really making every design or the decision based on some of the guardrails defined by the government and also the humans as a generation. So we'll mainly focus on that part of it. But just wanted to give you the little bit landscape of any certification option you may choose. One is you wanted to choose the right certification, that is the factors based on your career goals and also most suitable certification that defines what you wanted to, carry on with your career objectives. And I'm going to provide you the clear path for this certification and then give you an idea of it. And also you need to understand some of the prerequisites because we don't want people to just jump on something and then do whatever they wanted to do. There are certain prerequisites are there if you wanted to be a professional, wanted to really build your career. So the required prerequisites, not complicated one, anybody can enter into the field, but we wanted to make sure that you are passionate and you understand the needs of it and program and things like that. And as I mentioned, the certification pathway is very important and also continuous learning is one of the most important factors for you to consider when you're taking the certification landscape. Because as we are all, professionals, working in the service industry, as I can see, the certifications are very, important aspects of our career, not only for continuous learning, but also adding and upgrading our skill set. Because that's one of the easiest way for somebody to prove that they have the required, skill set. One of the example I wanted to give here is, if you know Department of Defense, they want any professional touching their system to be certified by CompTIA Security Plus. That means to meet the DoD 8570 requirement, because anybody can say that I have 10 years of cybersecurity experience. So what? Do you have a proof of something to do certain aspects of security? That's why I got a couple of PhD guys, they are from GMU, they already have some cybersecurity PhDs, and then when they are trying to join the DoD, they outright said that you go and get certified before you apply for this job, and they have to, unfortunately, come and get certified. Then only their application has been kind of considered for the possible role with the Department of Defense. So that's why it's very, very important that you have that credential on your resume so that it is really carrying value when you apply for a job opportunity or looking for, improving your career and things like that. So that's the best example I can tell you there. But that's why I wanted to give that thing. By saying that, we wanted to have a vendor neutral approach because there are a lot of certifications are coming into play. There are a lot of confusions are going on. So that's why It's not talking about one particular technology of Microsoft or Cisco or AWS or things like that, but something building blocks. So that's where we start with the AI fundamentals, the fundamental building blocks, all the way starting from the basic tokens to LLMs and interfaces and things like that. In a way. Then analytics and also the knowledge mining. Believe it or not, AI starts with the data. There is no data, there is no AI. Again, data does not mean that a simple, Excel kind of sheet. Sometimes you can use that, but you are talking about vector database and things like that, how the interfacing and some of the complex, algorithms can be used. So that's why you need to be mindful about some of the building blocks of AI. One of that is AI database. And deep learning. This is where the machine and deep learning comes into play, that how a machine can be trained for mimicking some of the activities human beings can do or intelligence can do. That's what you are going to really learn as part of the deep learning. And also the output. After doing all these things, you wanted to generate something which is meaningful, even for building a chatbot, for example. Okay, what kind of inputs you need to do? You need to have some data which is already there with your enterprise. You need to fine tune that data so that if somebody is asking a meaningful question, for example, a training center, what I operate, there are answers there already. And those answers can be, instead of a human being lifting a phone and answering, if somebody chatting and then if they wanted to get answers, what kind of training I provide, what kind of certifications I provide, it's already there in the database, it's going to pull and give you that information. Number one, the potential customer standing out need not waste their time. Rather, they can get answers what they wanted. But in case if still you wanted to talk to anybody, human being, at the end of that chat, you also been provided a phone number where you can contact someone. But before you reach to that level, a lot of efficiency can be built with the small businesses like us in a way that enterprise need not waste their resource. Rather, they can use the technology which is more intuitive. That's one of the example I can tell you here. And last but not least is the responsible AI, as I was telling and Javed was also mentioning, to build the guardrails of whatever technology we are learning and we are really, doing in a responsible way. Okay. So the way these programs are being built in a career path is fundamentals, AI fundamentals, that's where the building blocks of it is being going to be taught. Then comes to the data. Data is the key raw material for any AI. Right? Then the machine learning or the deep learning, what we call. Then it goes to the output part of it is with the generative AI. Finally, you have an opportunity to learn about the responsible AI. So all these things are built exclusively for somebody to become AI professional, ready for the job opportunities in 2025 and 26. And all these programs should not take more than 3 to 6 months of time, even if somebody is a little bit, starting their career with the AI fundamentals, we can go all the way to responsible AI and then apply for the jobs. And in fact, we're helping somebody to get placed also that I'm going to show you. So one of the missing component in the traditional learning of 2 years and 4 years degrees, as I mentioned, is the continuous learning. So it is very, very important for somebody to have an opportunity to grow themselves and really be learning continuously. So how we do that is learning mindset. That means like somebody, wanted to have ongoing opportunity to learn. So once you are certified, for example, there are always an opportunity for you to get some newsletters on some of the new technologies which are coming so that you are part of it. And you also build, your continuous education units, what we call CEUs, in a way that you can apply those things for upskilling yourself and also upgrading your certification. So that's how the continuous education works. And also you are updated constantly with some of the new things. There is a team constantly working in our in-house to help you what are the new technologies are coming, for example, in responsible AI to inform you what is changing with respect to some of the European policies or, in US policies and things like that. And also assessing new resources, online platforms, and things are coming. Everybody is throwing the technology there, but how far that can be useful and all those things. We wanted to make sure that the information is curated and provided as part of continuous learning so that you take advantage of this program. So by saying that, I just wanted to talk about the certification, how you're going to prepare for the examination. Again, this is a proctored exam. I'm going to give you the details. Once you complete the course, there is also a proctored exam, which will help you to get certified, and the credential is portable. We'll provide the study material for you, utilizing the recommended, some of the books which are required by the industry and some of the online courses, whatever is required, and practice sessions. All these courses are built with the hands-on labs and also one capstone project, so that when you apply for a job, you are not just going and saying that I know this technology, but you say that I work with this technology. That's the difference. Okay. Time management, because when you are going for a certification exam, it is not that 4-hour exam. Rather, it is 2 to 3 hours of exams. And we also make sure that you are part of the study group so that we can interact when you, do a capstone kind of project. So you work in cohorts, make sure that you are interacting with them. Again, we provide in class, online, or hybrid kind of thing. So that means you can come to the class if you are interested to come down and be interactive with the instructor, or if you wanted to be learning remotely wherever you are sitting, that's also quite possible. So the program is totally hybrid kind of scenario to give you the convenience. Even the exam is also delivered online in a way that you can take from anywhere. To minimize that any possible cheating, the way other exams are being taken, we have taken a lot of security measures into play. I'll tell you about that as I partner with Proctor 360 for that. So just wanted to talk about some of the job placement and the way we're handling here at Global Institute of Technologies. We built a workforcepro.org. This is like a workforce that connects AI freelancers. That means the people who have been trained and certified, connecting those individuals to the enterprises, which we have already done. For example, if you talk about some of the certifications we used to provide, always we are connected with the industry. People are looking for the skilled and certified individuals or trained individuals. We connect them. So that we are trying to do online with the AI Workforce Pro in a way that once you are completing this program in a structured way, your resume can be published here, and whatever job opportunities enterprises are asking, you are the first one to see those opportunities. Most likely, you are the number one to take that opportunity and go for the interview. That's what we're trying to do here. And we're also mainly AI focused marketplace, especially dedicated to AI and machine learning experts, ensuring the perfect match for your needs. So you are able to really grab some of the opportunities which are evolving in the marketplace for the this year, 2 year, and coming next year, and also coming few years. So that's why we built this AI workforcepro.org so that you can be immediately marketable for the industry where your skill set is required. And we're also partnering with some of the businesses and also enterprises, especially startups and also established businesses, for them to interact with our cohorts in a way that they are being upskilled for the required skill set what the enterprise wanted. Okay. We also provide tailored offerings from the model development to AI consulting if there is a certain aspects of it, and if it is required. We wanted to make sure that sometimes we have seen some scenarios where some organizations come and give us some projects, and we wanted to make sure that our skilled workforce is able to take those projects and deliver the solution for the enterprises. That's also part of this AI Workforce Pro program. So our approach, as I said, it's a holistic approach in a way that it's a comprehensive. It is designed for somebody to upskill, get certified, have a project experience, and look for the job opportunities. That's what we're doing with these 4 steps. One is we do the pre-assessment and make sure that somebody is determined to learn this kind of technology and really wanted to know this. And we provide the required training and again, the credential-based training program and industry recognized certification, the certification which is built for the standards in a way that anywhere, whenever you apply for a job, this certification is recognized and also portable and also verified. And the last but not the least is obviously everybody who gets skilled, looking for better opportunity or trying to work, better on better tools and technologies. That's where we provide the marketplace job opportunity. Okay. One key important thing and also takeaway is one-stop shop for all your needs. We wanted to have, provide a one single source where all these steps are carried out in one place instead of, you turn from YouTube and you go for some certification exam and you apply for a job and you never know what's happening and things like that. We don't want to do all those things scattered. But step 1 to 4, like our career path, we want you to build, a relationship with us in a way that your career is really enhanced and also you are ready for the opportunities which are evolving. That's why we call it as a one-stop shop. Okay. So just wanted to touch base on some of the training and certification process, how we do. We do mostly instructor-led in class or online training. That's why hybrid kind of scenario is used. That means you can attend a class online also because this is our most of the computer-based trainings. They give equal kind of scenario for you to attend it online and take advantage of instructor teaching from here, from our campus. And the exercises and also practice labs are very comprehensive in a way that you are going to see the use cases and you are going to really apply those things. And Capstone project is one of those things. As a cohort or as an individual, you can work and you can claim that in your resume that you worked on such and such project, so that it's highly useful. And they provide you some of the prep quizzes and also practice questions so that you are well prepared for the exam. And we deliver the secure online exam with ID verification and capturing your environment. And there is no possibility for any cheating. Wherever you are, you can take the exam, whether it is from this country or other country. They provide the required security when you take an online exam. We have those standards already built with our partners. And we also provide you the digital badge, which can be portable. If your employer wanted to verify that digital badge, which is recognized by the SHEV and also NICE and NIST, is portable and somebody can verify or they can call in and see that this is a guy or girl who has completed this program and they got the credential what they deserve to. Right. Okay. Just wanted to run through the exam, secure exam. How we do is about 120 minutes is the exam duration. There will be 75 questions will be there, again, scored. And also the score ranges from 100 to 1000, but 700 is the passing score. Again, the questions are really dynamic and then generated by using AI technology in a way that, somebody just cannot, remember the answer and go there and, check it. We don't want to do that. Mostly multiple choice with, matching and also case study questions and things like that. Again, there's an AI engine driving behind that. And right now, we are not providing any negative points and also remote proctored in a way that you can take this exam from anywhere. There's a live proctor for any questions or things like that if you have during the examination. And important thing is this certification is employer verifiable credential. And also you need to present your government issued ID or like passport or driver's license or things like that for taking this exam. And everything is verified. If your employer wanted to verify that this is the candidate is this the candidate who has taken the exam or not? We're always open for that, and if required, we can share, privately, securely your information with the potential employer so that the credential can be verified. So this is the kind of a typical certification, digital certifications with the State Council of Higher Education who has been certified us for doing this kind of things. And with the barcode and all those things, this is, anybody can, any employer or any, project wherever you apply for, they can verify this credential and make sure that this is a official, legitimate certification, not like, something printed by somebody, but it's a consistent with the ID and all these things. So there are some questions from some of the parents, especially asking about, is there a way high school kids also get into this program? I said, this is the right time. Because the technology is like that. You don't have to do a cubicle coding the ways to go through all that struggle to learn that, Fortran 77, C++ and things like that. It has changed a lot. You talk, the coding is spit now. That's how it is. So you have advantage of this, technology, and you don't need 4-year degree or 2-year diploma or 3-year diplomas and things like that. Rather, you can start your career with high school diploma, as simple as that. Okay. You can demonstrate your technical proficiency by taking this kind of program. And also, you can really enhance your college application. Because even schools are looking, when you apply for some kind of degrees and programs like that, if I have to give some scholarship and things like that, what additional skills you are bringing onto table when you are applying for a school that really enables you to get certain scholarship opportunities. And also you are building problem solving capability, because when there is a problem, you are looking at a different angle than the traditional way. People who do not know AI, they may think of, hey, let us build something which is kind of, outdated. You are no longer doing that. You are using the technology, especially AI, to solve any of the problems, including your resume building capabilities. In fact, we have a couple of models developed by our AI engineer to work in a way that it is going to grab what are the skill set you require to put on your resume so that your resume can fly when somebody is looking for AI engineer or something like that. So it's very, very important that you are really advanced with some of these technologies. Again, you need to really work hard. I'm not saying that, without working hard, maybe you can close one resume and with one interview. But at the end of the day, if you are not consistent, if you are not performing, who would like to pay $75 and $100 per an hour when people can really work hard? Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to so that, and also, as I mentioned, you always have an opportunity to access some of the scholarships and things like that. And this because it's learning is project based, because you're also doing a project, capstone project. You can claim that you have done project and then you know how a project can be delivered. So these are all the benefits for an high school graduate to get into our program, get certified, and then either apply for a college or go for the job. Here you go. And the investment is very less when compared to 4-year degree. 4-year degree, by the time you get out of it, there's a big mortgage on our head. You have to go for sometimes 15, 20 years to pay that mortgage. Believe it or not, that's what has happened with my couple of kids.
Yes, Kanga. I will add a couple of points, Kanga, here. Could you go back to the previous slide? Yes. I think for the high schoolers, before they graduate, before they enter the graduation journey, they always lack a curriculum, a profile. Their profile is not more than a single page. This is the practical truth in entire America. So to improve your profile strength, so you need to you need to have a federally funded, federally certified, or government approved technical orientation training, which is verifiable, auditable, aligned structurally. Because I use the word the structurally because the high schoolers or early graduates, they lose their momentum when they enter into graduation. They don't know they were not aware and they were not guided, mentored, coached. So I use these three words: structured, guided, mentored, and coached. So usually universities provides a kind of a framework, but that is not sufficient and not aligned with the current generational jobs, the future prospective AI jobs. So what we have created as a platform is we have matched the research and the current artificial intelligence research into the education curriculum, created a platform which is again well aligned with the future job opportunities. So by this, the moment you completed your high school education to be applied, going to apply to the graduation and to the universities, you have a certified curriculum and trained certification, and your profile could be a 2 pages from the 1 page, that which is a large jump. And you can mention all the projects whichever you have practiced during this training, which will definitely give a unique momentum to get a credits. These credits can be climbed towards your university fees, and it can help you absorb during your graduation itself. Before getting into the before completing graduation, you will be employed to some extent. So that's what we are projecting next 3 years, and definitely this is going to come back to you with a 10x return to every participants who is going to enroll this program. And this is industry is the best evaluated. I have been doing my research from the last 2 years. Many institutes, many universities does not have a curriculum yet. So but we will take the curriculum back to the industry verticals, and it will be the most accurate. We will be constantly getting insights from the research teams who does the research vertically with each industries, and we will try to get a certain use cases where the students can get trained, and they know what they're doing, and they know the mapped opportunities, which is very key for the graduates, because they see the world that I must get a job into a job market as soon as I graduate. So you don't need to complete even, so you might have an opportunity to get into the job market right between your graduation, because many of the corporations, graduation is no more a requirement. So you just need to be a +2, and they will automatically enroll into a university program based on your curriculum. So you need to, I mean, every high schooler need to go through the structured curriculum. This word is very key, because I see many students say that I different things about their career perspective. I want to be data science, I want to be AI architect, but no one coaches them what could be the structured pathway. So we are here to guide you. Initial exercises, a screening will help you. Are you going to be the curator? Are you going to be the prompt engineering specialist? Are you going to be a developer? Because some students have a good niche programming skills, so they, well before the college, they are a little bit good oriented towards the arrays, C, C++, JavaScript. So we will see that, we will evaluate in a first phase, and we will give the pathway. So I'm sure 90% of them will get into the job from our initial batches. That is our bet on this platform and program.
Sounds good, yeah. Thank you. So just wanted to focus on some of the real world applications. I'm sure most of you know healthcare industry, tremendously using, including development of amino acids. Come on, you're not talking about electrons, atoms, and all those things. Rather, healthcare area where the biology can be using this kind of things. Believe it or not, even the serials and movies can be built with AI. It's happening. Retail industry, as Javed mentioned, no longer you need people at the checkout. Automatically checkouts are being done. Everything is captured, and then by using it. This is a couple of examples. Driverless, vehicles and things like that is happening. This is known areas. Just imagine, even if just character-based, ChatGPT can provide those kind of basic applications of sending emails and building emails and developing a content and all those things. If you have the data with the multiple inputs such as audio, video, and multiple languages and things like that, AI is going to be much useful, and it's happening. Only thing is you have to just step into that. Make sure that you are taking a structured approach in a way that you are building the career for next 20 years. This is the next generation languages, next generation technology, next generation career for anybody who wanted to get into this builder community. So I just wanted to provide some other things, especially reserve your next it. We are starting the Gen AI starting on January 21st. This is mainly talking about Gen AI certification program. We have a cohort being built right now. The classes are 2 classes per week, total 40 hours of training and 40 hours of practice, capstone project, and also preparing for the exam and things like that. And you can right away go into this and register yourself at this link. And also, if somebody is really wanted to pay, in an installment, we have financial options because as a recognized school, we have that privilege to provide, a loan option and things like that from the third party, so that you can pay $100, $200 per month, so that there is no financial burden on you. And if you have any questions or things like that, either you can call us at the number provided here, or you can send an email to Victoria, who is on this meeting as well. But that's what we wanted to extend here. So the class schedule is also there, which you can do as a promotional, a scenario here for this week and next week. We wanted to extend 50% of discount for our official cost of the program, just to empower and encourage some of the individuals who wanted to take this early bird opportunity to get into Gen AI program. We are giving you a 50% discount as a promotional act. After 14, you may not get this opportunity. Okay. So just wanted to run through a small piece here. That's this here where the QR code is provided. You can scan with your cell phone, or you can scan, you can click on that, and then the link will be open. I just wanted to give 2 minutes for you to take the quiz. And then after that, we will answer your Q&A, and everything should be good. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to put on our Zoom chat so that we'll address as many questions as possible. Thank you very much for just this a glimpse of some of the quizzes what we offer. And again, it's just basic kind of thing. But I just wanted to open up the floor for Q&A. Srini, any questions from your end?
This course you mentioned, 5 certification courses, they all come as one certification or individual certificates?
Good question. In fact, each one is an individual certification, but built for career path. Because somebody who do not know what is AI, they start with the AI fundamentals. That's where you understand some of the building blocks, starting from the token kind of scenario to all the way, how these LLMs and things like that work at the superficial level, not into the deep. So that's where AI fundamentals starts. Then, as I mentioned, the data part of it, because for any AI, the raw material is the data, right, Srini? So without data, you cannot do. So that's where the structured and unstructured data, how you can format certain aspects of, even the Excel data, if it is available, not only that data, but audio, video, how these data can be configured. And then, in case some of the complex kind of scenarios and things like that, we go to the level of, vector databases and things like that. So all those things are covered in the data place. Then we go to the machine learning, like deep learning, right? So that's where it is going to talk about some of the deep learning aspects of it, how, the machine can be trained for doing tasks and things. Each one has got its own curriculum. Then the generative AI, and the last one is the responsible AI. But each one is independent certification. But for example, you are a professional, you already worked in AI, or certain aspects of early, fundamentals of the AI. You don't have to take AI fundamentals, rather you can take data place or, generative AI or responsible AI if you are really wanting to know the guardrails and then how the AI can be dealt with some other responsibilities and things like that. Again, based on the government rules and regulations and things like that, because I'm getting a lot of questions asking what is responsible AI, how it is going to help my career and all, because A lot of people do not know how we can use this technology in a responsible way. So some of the educated professionals, they are concerned about, this kind of technology. If it is given, there are a lot of, kind of problems out there because people can build anything, right?
Each one, we need to take separate exam.
Yeah, each one comes with that 2 hours exam, separate exam. Like for example, vendor neutral, certification exam such as CompTIA, A plus, Net plus, Security plus, same thing here. Only thing is it's built with a career of, completely building a career for somebody who required to know the skill set to start a job tomorrow in AI. Because it talks about the building blocks. When I talk about the fundamentals of AI, means we are not talking about Llama, for example, or ChatGPT, or any other particular LLMs. Rather, what are the building blocks for that building a 1 billion parameter based language model? So those are the building blocks you learn. But you are capable of handling anything, whether it is OpenAI, whether it is other LLMs. You are more than capable because you know the alphabets of that technology. You can build that. Language building is easy once you know the fundamentals. That's where we give the basic knowledge required. Again, not focusing on AWS technology or Microsoft technology, but how those things are built. That's how it is. But yes, these are 5 independent exams for building. But if you are expert, you can take one, then have it.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Victoria, there are some questions online. Is there a way you can read out? I will try to answer, and Javed can also provide answers necessary, please.
Yes. So, will virtual sessions offer the same experience and access resources as in-person sessions?
Absolutely. That's a goal of this training program. We wanted to give hybrid opportunity. That means people can attend online and also in class. The course is delivered like this, instructor-led, in a way that you have equal experience. But can I replace, your experience once you come to the classroom? It's up to you. But, the technology, especially the computer learning and the programs and the content and also the delivery method, everything is designed for delivering in class as well as online, so that you will be fully satisfied, and also the instructor will be able to answer any questions you have, or the support staff will be there to help you in a way that you are not really left alone. Again, we are using technology, capstone projects and things like that, where individuals can form a cohort and then, really work as a project online as well. That experience also given. To answer your question, yes, at least 95 to 100%, you will be really as if you are sitting in the classroom. But sometimes, some people, their, preferred interest, if they wanted to come and sit in the classroom, you're more than welcome to come down and sit down here. But that way, I wanted to make sure that, you don't have to travel and come to a particular place, particular time, or rather you can conveniently, attend from your home or office, and also even take the exam from home or office securely. That's a plan of this program as a hybrid program. Any other question, Victoria?
1 second. So are there any follow-up advanced courses or certification planned after completing this program?
Yeah. The career path, as you can see, built from AI fundamentals all the way to responsible AI. And each program comes with its own certification. But at the same time, if people are learning today's technology, if they wanted to ready for tomorrow's, the technology change and other things, we have a program called continuous education units. That means you will be part of our continuous learning program, so that your certification can be always active, so that if employer is verifying, they can say that your certification is really active because this guy or girl is able to add some of the CEUs required for maintaining the certification. And you are constantly with the evolving industry as AI technology changes. Yes, the answer is yes.
The next question, how can participants stay updated with future webinars or AI events organized by GIED services?
Yeah, so if you are already registered for this program, we always communicate with you for some of the upcoming programs, and you can be register yourself and attend the event. That should not be a problem. Yeah, so well, as long as you are part of our one of the attendees list, I'm sure our staff will make sure that you will you will get the communication related to future webinars.
So I am checking from LinkedIn. Is there a one second. Is there a post-course support for students such as mentorship or project review sessions?
Yeah, that's a good question. So all your projects once submitted through the capstone, we are going to evaluate each and every project and then make sure that number one, you have been provided during the project so that you have been given the required guidance for you to complete. And we'll make sure that you are submitting your project in a timely and in an efficient way. But your project will be evaluated by the team of people, especially our instructors and team of instructional team, so that feedback will be provided to you, and you are completing the project the way it has been designed, and you are delivering the project at the end of the capstone. Any other questions, Victoria? Seems a lot of questions are popping up.
Will the virtual sessions offer the same experience and access to resources as in-person sessions?
Yeah, it's the same kind of question. Yes, I can tell you that the program is designed for hybrid, especially this is a computer-based learning. But somebody who is virtually attending, they have to be very active and also involved into the program. That's what this program makes the difference, because you are just not left like continuous theory or history kind of teaching. Because I believe when you learn computers, you have to be hands-on. Otherwise, it's problematic. You cannot just learn a driving and then you don't know how to drive a car. There is no more simulation kind of thing. Rather, you are hands-on and practice. So that's why a lot of quizzes and then practices are built for you to do certain aspects of the programming and prompting, and make sure that you're doing a real hands-on project. And then you're also part of the cohort, and also you're working with the team and all those things. So you're not left alone, even if you are attending remotely. So you will be really interacting with your team members with the some of the tools like Discourse and all they provide. But please encourage a lot of individuals who wanted to be the career change, who are looking for career change and also transform their careers for the future opportunities. This is the right time. It's the early part of the AI, especially, I mean, everybody, including government, is thinking about, uplifting the workforce skill set. And all the countries are competing with, American workforce. So I want you guys to take advantage of this structured program in a way that you are taking maximum benefit of it and you are ready for your career for the next 15 to 20 years. Any other last questions or comments, Javed?
Yeah, I think my message to every AI learner, no matter about the age. So it is a new wave, which is, as yesterday I was listening to NVIDIA session. So every IT department is going to be the HR. So I think there is a correlation what he wants to say is AI agents will take over many of the IT functions today, and they will understand, they will learn the pattern, and they will definitely help. It may not replace directly, so get ready to be AI disruptor. You can be a prompt engineer, you could be LLM developer, or you could just create a knowledge warehouse backend of any AI platform. So your persona could belong to any of these three or four key job description, which are going to evolve in next couple of years. So be part of this AA curriculum, and you will be somewhere. So industry will recognize this pattern. I'm sure career opportunities will get better and better as you adapt this.
Yeah. So what Mr. Hong, I think CEO of NVIDIA, is saying is that IT department will be the agentic department taking care of even HR. HR function will be an agentic function where a lot of these human resource activities which are being manually managed can be managed by one of the enterprise agent in a way that you don't need a lot of people working in HR. So like that, it's going to happen, and that's what he's trying to communicate. But it's happening with even Salesforce, for example. They have recently introduced Agent Force, not Agentic Force. So the customer service has been improved a lot in a way that a lot of questions can be answered online before you really get to a live person. That's what one of the example I was showing. Even a training institution or a big company like Salesforce can really get more intuitive and provide better customer service than what they are doing in today's scenario without a lot of technologies. That's the difference which is going to happen, and it's happening. Believe it or not. Only thing is you have to step in. Don't wait for somebody to take off your opportunity, but rather be prepared for taking off your career into your hands so that you are well prepared for the next 10 to 15 years. That's what we wanted to pass on. Please share this information with your friends and colleagues or loved ones, whomever it is. But we are here to help you and inspire you. Make sure that you have the required skill set and also emerging job opportunities for the year 2015, 2025, all the way to 2035. Who knows? But this is the career path. Believe it or not, whether you come to us or go somewhere, please pick a career path or the career opportunity that keeps you for longer time in the job opportunity game. Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone.